Students, so next we'll move on to the DNA modifying enzymes. Okay, the one of the most important DNA modifying enzymes are, first one is alkaline phosphatase and second one is polynucleotide kinase. Okay, so that we'll deal with later. So alkaline phosphatase, it is a DNA modifying enzyme. Alkaline phosphatase is a DNA modifying enzyme. It is also known as the basic phosphatase, or it is also known as the basic phosphatase or BP, alkaline phosphatase or ALP. Okay, so basic phosphatase, why? Because it is isolated, it is active at the alkaline pH. This particular enzyme is active at the alkaline pH. That's why it is known as the basic phosphatase. Okay, this enzyme, what does it will do is it will remove the phosphate groups from the DNA. So this enzyme, it removes, so this alkaline phosphatase, what it does is it removes the phosphate group. It removes the phosphate group from the DNA. For example, so when we consider the two strands of DNA, so we'll be having one 5' end, another one the 3' end, 3' and the 5' end. So the phosphate group is present at the attached to the 5' end of the free 5' end of the DNA, and so at both the ends. So you will be having one phosphate group over here and another phosphate group over here. So whenever you take any double stranded DNA will be having the two strands. One is running from 5' to 3' direction, another run is from the in the opposite direction, that is from 3' to 5' direction. At the 5' end we will be having one phosphate group. Okay, here also you have a one phosphate group, here also one phosphate group is there. What this alkaline phosphatase or basic phosphatase will do is it will remove the phosphate group. See here, earlier you are having a phosphate group over here, and this group has been removed and the hydroxyl group is left. So it removes the phosphate group. So it removes the phosphate group from the 5' terminal of DNA or RNA. Okay, so alkaline phosphatase, it removes the phosphate groups from 5' terminal of the DNA or RNA. Okay, the major source of alkaline phosphatase is calf intestine or calf intestine alkaline, as well as it will also isolated from the bacteria. Sometimes the alkaline phosphatase is also isolated from the bacteria. Now coming to the functions of the alkaline phosphatase. The major function is to remove the phosphate group from the DNA, and it is also used to avoid self-ligation. So what does it mean by self-ligation? Self-ligation means what? So what happens is in the first class we have studied that whenever we'll make a recombinant DNA, we'll be having one vector and then we'll be having one DNA insert. Okay, and then what will be done is, so this particular vector is cut by using the recombinant like restriction endonuclease, and there is one gap. Okay, and so later what happened is this particular fragment is inserted by using the ligase enzyme and the recombinant DNA is obtained. Sometimes what happens is whenever you cut the DNA, cut the vector, it won't get inside the DNA, inside the gene of interest, rather than so it will ligate by itself. Sometimes it happens. To avoid this particular step, alkaline phosphatase is used. Okay, alkaline phosphatase is used to avoid the self-ligation. To avoid the self-ligation, alkaline phosphatase is used. To avoid the self-ligation, alkaline phosphatase is used. And this is one of the major DNA modifying enzyme. Okay, second important DNA modifying enzyme is T4 polynucleotide kinase. It is also known as T4PNK, polynucleotide kinase. So kinases, have you heard of kinases? Yes, Kinases are nothing but they will add the phosphate group. Okay, and this particular T4 polynucleotide kinase, it is a DNA modifying enzyme. How does it modify? It adds 5' phosphorylase. So it will add the 5' phosphate group, or it is involved in the 5' phosphorylation of DNA or RNA. So it is involved in the 5' phosphorylation of DNA or RNA. So what does it mean? So this enzyme catalyzes the transfer. It catalyzes the transfer of terminal phosphate. Okay, it catalyzes the transfer of terminal phosphate of ATP to where it will transfer? It will transfer to 5' hydroxyl terminal of DNA or RNA. So it catalyzes the transfer of the phosphate group. Okay, so for example, so we will be having a DNA over here. In the previous class we have heard that, so because of the alkaline phosphatase, when you add the alkaline phosphatase, what happens? It removes the phosphate group. Say for example, this is the one, this is a DNA which has been treated with the alkaline phosphatase. Now this doesn't have any phosphate group over here. So when you add T4 polynucleotide kinase, what it does is it will add a phosphate group over here. So it will add a phosphate group at the 5' end. That means it does exactly opposite that of the alkaline phosphatase. From where does it will take the alkaline like phosphate? So it will take from the ATP molecule. Okay, so it will take up the phosphate group from the terminal phosphate group from the ATP molecule, and it adds this particular phosphate group into the 5' end of the DNA. So 5' end of the dephosphorylated DNA. So polynucleotide kinase, it is involved in the phosphorylation of 5' end. So what it does, it will take up the phosphate group from the ATP, and it converts the ATP into ADP, and it will take up this particular phosphate group and add to the 5' end of the dephosphorylated DNA. So now you will get the DNA. This is the activity of polynucleotide kinase. It is known as the T4 polynucleotide kinase because it is isolated from the E. coli strain. It is isolated from the E. coli strain infected with the T4 bacteriophage. Okay. It is known as the T4 polynucleotide kinase is known as T4 polynucleotide because it is isolated from the T4 bacteriophage that is inhabited into the E. coli. So we will collect it from the E. coli which has been infected by the T4 bacteriophage. The source of this particular enzyme is T4 bacteriophage or bacteria infected with the T4 bacteriophage. Okay, now coming to the applications of polynucleotide kinase. First one is end labeling of DNA or RNA. So what happens is here when we are adding the phosphate group, we are adding a new phosphate group. So rather than adding a normal phosphate group, we can add a probe. We can add a fluorescent molecule and we can label it. Okay, so it is used in the, because it is added at the end, that's why we can use it for end labeling of DNA or RNA. And this end labeled DNA or RNA, they can be used as probes. Where they can be used as probes? They can be used as probes for DNA sequencing technique or DNA footprinting technique. So this is regarding the DNA modifying enzyme.